here come the Crusaders. In right field, Colin Ulrich. In center field, Austin Green. In left field, Derek Heidemann. At first base, Chase McLaughlin. At second base, Brock McLam. At shortstop, Caleb Pasco. At third base, Cooper Revenall. Pitching, Cade Harpin. And catching, Timmy Pellissier. Now would everyone please rise for prayer, followed by our national anthem. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Strong and faithful God, as we come together for this contest, we ask that you bless these athletes, keep them safe from injury and harm, instill in them respect for each other, and reward them for their perseverance. Lead us all to the rewards of your kingdom, where you live and reign forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Please remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Hello, friends, and welcome to the home of the Bishop Kenny Crusaders, indubitably one of the best programs and most storied programs in the Jacksonville area. As you take a look at the board of championships, Final Fours, national rankings, this program has done it all. And this evening they take on the Creekside Knights. Hello, everyone, and welcome into the broadcast on Schlick Sports. I am Noah Schlicksup, as we've got a good matchup between the Crusaders and the Knights. This is a Bishop Kenny team that comes in 5-18, but they are a sleeper team, one that Creekside considers a trap game, and you can't sleep on them. 4 of their 5 wins have come against St. Johns County opponents, and some good ones at that. They've got wins over Bowles, Richmond Hill, and Newman, 3 good teams this season. They won against Bartram Trail, a team that beat Creekside 2 times, and St. Augustine, who will always put up a battle out on the field. And Creekside trying to avoid a last week letdown as they take on Bishop Kenny on the road. And let's get things started by taking a look at the Knights' batting order. Creekside led off by Zach Jackson, followed by Hunter Schlegel and Connor Belazic. Parker Morton batting cleanup with Drew Williams in the 5 spot. Mike Bisham batting 6th with Tavern Blansett, Joey Dugo, and Aiden Benechek 7, 8, 9. Out on the mound for Bishop Kenny, they have got Cade Harpin. Harpin, the junior, stands at 6'2", 200. As he fires one into Jackson, who shows bunt, pulls back, and it's ball 1. We are underway. Time of first pitch, 6:28. Rushing me a little bit today. I was trying to get some pregame video, and I was like, oh, we're starting early. I got to hustle back. Jackson sends one foul down the left field side, 1-2. It is a beautiful night for baseball. Picture perfect. 74 degrees, wind blowing at 7 miles per hour. Jackson sends one up the middle, chopper to short, fielded cleanly, throw on to first, just in time. One away. And now give us some time to observe the defensive alignment for Bishop Kenny. Derek Heidemann out in left with Austin Green in center, Colin Ulrich out in right. Revenaugh, Pasco, McLam, and McLaughlin across the infield, and Timmy Pelliser behind the plate. On the outside corner, that's a strike to Schlegel. Cade Harpin has done a nice job out there for Bishop Kenny. Got an ERA at 191, which leads the team. He has allowed 14 unearned runs. This is a Bishop Kenny team that has struggled a little bit this season defensively, and opponents averaging over 6 runs per game against the Crusaders. The Knights coming off of a down week offensively. After 3 days of practice to start off the week, some Thursday night baseball, they'll look to get right at the plate. 2-2 on Hunter Schlegel. Chopper over to third, backhanded throw to first is in time. And a good play there by Revenaugh. 2 ground outs to start things off in the first, and that brings up Connor Belizik. Belizik coming off of an 0-for-2 effort against St. John's Country Day. That snapped a 13-game hitting streak for the sophomore, still hitting a whopping .507 on the season. 4 home runs, 20 RBIs. Takes one down low for a ball. Tipped off the bat. 1-1. It's been a few years since Creekside was last at Bob West Stadium. As the past 2 years, these two teams were scheduled to play at Creekside. Normally it's every other year, but they were rained out a couple years ago. So senior night last year, the Knights took on Bishop Kenny at home. And this time it was beautiful weather, and the Knights took that one by a score of 8-3 with Carson McFarland homering and driving in 3. Belizik caught swinging upstairs, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3 for Cade Harpin. First chance for the Crusaders coming up next.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
Game day is here. Does your lawn look like a winner or a losing team? At Captain's Lawn Services, we tackle overgrown grass, rough edges, and messy yards so you can focus on the big game. Our expert mowing, trimming, and edging will have your lawn looking championship ready all season long. Don't get sidelined by yard work. Call Captain's Lawn Services today and let us handle the groundwork while you cheer on your team. Captain's Lawn Services. Your lawn, our game. Bottom of the first inning, and this is the order that Bishop Kenny will trot out in this contest with Creekside, led off by Derek Heidemann. The Crusaders will follow Heidemann up with Cooper Revenaugh and Timmy Pelliser. Heart of the order, Colin Ulrich, Chase McLaughlin, and Caleb Pasco. 7, 8, 9, Riley Quevedo, Brock McLam, and Austin Green. Out on the mound for the Creekside Knights, the freshman Will Wood makes his first career start. Wood stands at 5'9", 175. Had a couple nice appearances this season. This is his first varsity appearance in over a month as he has dealt with an injury he's had to work back from. Got a 2-1 record on the season. And he's ahead of Derek Heidemann with a strike. 1-1. I should say Heidemann was ahead of that pitch. He's been one of the best hitters on this Crusaders team. Hitting .290, leads the team in on-base percentage, slugging, and OPS. One home run, 11 RBIs, and he's behind 1 and 2 in the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Will Wood getting started off right with a strikeout. And now it's time to see how the Knights line up defensively. Out in the outfield, it's Zach Jackson in left with Michael Bysham in center, Drew Williams in right, Parker Morton at third with Benachek at short, Joey Dugo, the second baseman, Blancett at first, and Belizik is behind the plate. Game 24 of the regular season for Creekside. They'll close out the regular season tomorrow night at DeLand. Ground ball up the middle, diving and unable to glove it is Aiden Benachek, and Cooper Revenant is on with a single. One out base runner for Bishop Kenny.
And
that brings up Timmy Pelliser. Pelliser this season hitting .273 with 3 RBIs. He's got Revenant on first. Bishop Kenny is a team that hasn't swiped too many bags this season, just 12 stolen bases. Ground ball to second, fielded by the shortstop on a Dugo, and the Knights turn 2 to end the inning. Benachek to Dugo to Blancett. Knights set him down on the 6-4-3, scoreless after 1 at Bishop Kenny. Taking a look there at Cade Harpin, who had himself a nice first frame, setting the Knights down 1-2-3.
Leading off
The Knights
top of
were
second for the Knights
set
is that
down on
third
2
baseman, number
groundouts
1,
and a
Parker
strikeout. Got to be selective when facing Cade Harpin. He's a guy who struggled a little bit when it comes to walking batters this season. He's issued 17 free passes, over 25 and 2/3 out on the mound. And this is a team you want to put pressure on, get guys on base, and Parker Morton tries to do so by laying down a bunt. It goes foul, 0-2. Harpin's got a fastball in the high 70s according to Perfect Game. Struck out 23 batters, opponents hitting .230 against him this season. The 0-2 to Morton. Misses the zone, 1-2. This is a Knights offense that comes into the night hitting .280. They average a little over 5 runs per game as Morton holds up 2-2. They sputtered a little bit at the plate last week, though, in their 3 contests with Lowndes, Beachside, and St. John's Country Day. They hit just 189 at the plate as there's a fly ball out to center field. Catch is made by Austin Green, one away in the second.
Number 1, that brings to the plate right fielder number 13, Drew Williams.
Creekside has been held to 3 runs or less in 3 of their last 4 games. And this is a team that went on a stretch of nearly 10 games, scoring 5 or more. Since that streak was broken, they've been a little cool offensively. Trying to get right this week and set the tone ahead of the district playoffs next week, as this one's driven to center, but right at Austin Green, 2 away.
Another play for round number 2.
Good contact from Drew Williams. Hard off the bat, but
Now stepping to the plate, center
again, just
fielder,
right
number
at the
6,
center fielder.
Michael Bisham.
Back-to-back flyouts to start off the second. Brings up Michael Bisham. Bisham's been swinging it well lately. Shows bunt, pulls back, and it's called a strike. Picked up a pair of hits in a 2-for-3 effort against St. John's Country Day. 2 hits against Beachside. Fouls one off, 0-2 the count. Got off to a slow start, but has progressively gotten into a groove at the plate this season. Batting average up to .279. One-two count, and the pitch. Another fly ball to center, and Green, ranging to his left, makes the catch and ends the inning. 3 flyouts to center field for Creekside in the second. 6 up, 6 down. Good start for Cade Harpin and the Bishop Kenny Crusaders. Tonight's game is brought to you by Happy Pools, Jacksonville's hometown pool service. At Happy Pools, we care enough to know your name when you call, but we're also big enough to handle all your pool care needs. Right now, new customers get their first 3 months of service for just $99 a month when you mention this ad. Text Creekside25 to 904-980-8512 to see if you qualify and see why more local families trust Happy Pools to keep their pool happy. Bottom of the second inning.
Your right fielder, number 15, Colin Ulrich.
Scoreless so far, and the heart of the order coming up for Bishop Kenny. They were able to get a hit, but a 6-4-3 allowed Will Wood to face the minimum in the first. The freshman out for his second inning of work. Goes down and in, 1-0. Wood has had a couple of brothers come through at Creekside before him. I covered his brother Paul in my first 2 years at Creekside. He was a football player, wide receiver and a tight end. Back to Wood on the mound. Throws over to first and one away here in the second. Brings up McLaughlin with one away.
Now batting with one out, your first baseman, number 2, Chase McLaughlin.
McLaughlin at first base. Leads the team with a .296 batting average. Fouls one away. Wood working exclusively out of the stretch as this one popped into foul territory. Belizik, the catcher, makes the play. 2 gone in the second. Two up, 2 down, and that brings up Caleb Pasco.
Now batting with 2 outs, your shortstop,
Pasco leads the team
7, Caleb Pasco.
on the mound with 41 and a third, .271 ERA. And up at the plate hitting .227 this season. Takes a ball, 1-0. Little blooper out to second. Dugo's got it and makes the play to end the inning. 1-2-3 for Will Wood. The pitchers doing their jobs through 2. Nothing on the scoreboard so far.
Get local sports on demand with Action Sports Jacks 24/7. All sports, all local, all the time. From the locker room to the field, the Jacks, high school football, the Jacksonville Armada, and don't forget the Brett and Austin Show.
They're all in on Trevor. Of course.
Download the Action News Jacks Now app, available wherever you stream or at actionnewsjacks.com. TV, phone, laptop, desktop. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. Jacksonville sports, all the time.
Top of the third inning now. Creekside has been retired in order. 6 up, 6 down so far. They've only struck out once. They're putting the ball in play, similar to what happened last week. Just not much dropping for them so far, as this one's blooped into left center, and that one falls in the Bermuda Triangle. The shortstop, Pasco, just ran out of room and lost the ball. Austin Green not there to back him up, and that'll be a base hit for Tavern Blancett. That's a dangerous spot in the outfield.
Number 14, Joey Dugo.
And once you see the shortstop backing up, back still facing the outfield wall, and just keeps going, and There's a certain point where you can tell not too confident he's going to bring it in. One and one on Joey Dugo, making his second consecutive start. He had a bunt single against the St. John's Country Day Spartans. Swings and drives this one to left center field. That ball is carrying into the gap. It's caught on the run by Heidemann. One away. Good contact there by Dugo. One gone. I thought that one had a little more on it off the bat. Still, Heidemann having to cover a lot of ground on that one. Makes the play. One on, one out. Blancett, the runner on first. Benechek up at the plate. Hardliner caught at third, thrown to first. They double him up to end the inning. Cooper Revenal with a phenomenal play at third base. And that ends the inning. Creekside gets the leadoff single, but good defense from Bishop Kenny retires the side. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Taking a look at the scoreboard out here at Bob West Stadium and the 7 Major League Baseball players produced by Bishop Kenny over the years. This is one of the most storied programs in the area. Seen a lot of talent come through here, including 28 draft picks, 3 of them with the last name Papelbon. Was it Papelboon? Papelboon? Papelbon, got it right the first time. I remember watching him play. I feel like it was pronounced a couple different ways. Darren O'Day, Todd Dunn, Matt and Ben Gamble, Kevin Witt and Travis Chapman. Got some World Series in that group. Darren O'Day had that funky delivery as this one is flied in foul territory down the right field side, and it drops in foul ground. Still 1-2 on Riley Quevedo. Two-strike offering goes inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, multiple Gambles, multiple Papelbons drafted. Couple state titles from the Crusaders, 2002 and 2008. Tommy Edwards, the longtime head coach. Bishop Kenny through and through, graduated in 1983 from the school, has over 300 career wins here and led the team to their first state title appearance a couple of years ago, since 2008. That came in the 2023 season, a year in which BK started off really slow and then around the start of April heated up in a major way and rode that wave all the way to the state title game. As this one is in the infield, just in front of left field, and the shortstop, Aiden Benechek, makes the play. One gone in the bottom of the third inning. Brings up Brock McLam. McLam has made 21 plate appearances this year, hitting .056 with an on-base percentage at 190. Wood gets the fastball in there, and it's tipped back to the backstop. 0-1. Curveball misses the zone. Count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Down in the dirt, 2-1. Creekside would like to get some length out of the freshman in this one. He's off to a good start as this one again popped up on the infield. Dugo, the second baseman, makes the play. 2 outs in the third. Wood has faced the minimum so far, and Austin Green, the center fielder, stepping up to the plate.
How about with 2 outs? Your center fielder, number 5, Austin Green.
Green hitting .228 this year. This is a BK offense that has been extremely quiet this season. Batting average at .241, on base percentage .342 is not terrible numbers, but they haven't been able to manufacture runs. They've scored just 66 this season. That's less than 3 per game. Chopper sent to third. Morton charges, throws on to first, and makes the play. Another 1-2-3 frame for Will Wood. Still nothing between BK and Creekside.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
Both pitchers have faced the minimum through 3, both allowing 1 hit.
Batting your left fielder, number 4.
The leadoff man, Zach Jackson, up for Creekside. The Knights have been putting the ball in play, have made some solid contact just right at players. And this one, a wild throw. Jackson is on his way to second. Jackson into second base as the ball is picked up by the right fielder, Ulrich. And just like that, a runner into scoring position on the error for Hunter Schlegel.
Now batting the DH, number 8, Hunter Schlegel.
Good contact on that ground ball, just right at the shortstop, and Jackson still rewarded as this one's driven to right center. That ball is down in the gap. Jackson will be held up at third base as he had to wait for that ball to drop. Runners at the corners after the base hit from Schlegel. Brings up Connor Belizik. 2 ducks on the pond, nobody out. A chance for Creekside to do some damage in the 4th inning. Belizik with runners in scoring position this year, hitting .529. Pitch is called a strike. First trouble either pitcher has faced in this game. We'll see how Cade Harpin responds to it. Pickoff move to first base. Schlegel is back safely. Interesting note on Schlegel, when he gets on base, he scores 57% of the time, just over that mark. Another pickoff move, and again Schlegel is back safely. Down in the dirt, Schlegel taken off, and he is into scoring position.
Schlegel advances.
1-1 on Belizik. Runners on second and third. Still nobody out. Top of the 4th. Belizik takes outside. A good chance for Creekside to strike. Here's the pitch. Down and away, 3-1. A base open on first. Parker Morton is on deck. Swinging a foul ball. Belizik just under the heater. Full count on Connor Belizik. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul ball. Still 3-2. Jackson on third, Schlegel on second. Belizik with the line drive into left field for a base hit. Jackson will score. Schlegel coming home. Throw cut off to the plate. Not in time. Belizik advances to second. Creekside on the board, 2-0 after the 2-run single. Well, there you go. You get the error, the base hit, and you capitalize. Still nobody out, still a runner in scoring position.
Now stepping to the plate.
And it moves the line.
Number 1,
Parker Morton coming up to the plate. RBIs 21 and 22 for Belizik now on the season. And 1-0 on Parker Morton. Pickoff move to second. Shortstop wasn't on second. Throw still went to him. Showing bunt and laying one down is Morton right in front of the plate. It'll get the runner to third on a sac bunt. Drew Williams up to the plate. I got a feeling that Morton was trying to bunt for a single right there. That dirt is extremely wet, though, and just kind of caught that baseball as it went into the ground. Didn't bounce forward or anything. One 1-0 on Drew Williams. Made good contact, but it was right at the center fielder's first time up. Line drive to left. Catch is made by Heidemann. Throw home is a good one. It's not going to get Belizik, though. 3-0 Knights on the sack fly. Sack bunt and a sack fly. Gets the job done, gets the runner home. 3 runs in for Creekside now in the 4th. Base is now empty, however, and Michael Bysham trying to get something started. A second wave in the 4th. Chopper towards short. Fielded by Pasco, throw on to first. Just in time to end the inning. Creekside plates 3 on the 2-run single from Belizik and the sac fly from Williams. Knights on the board. Bishop Kenny's response coming up. Game day is here. Does your lawn look like a winner or a losing team? At Captain's Lawn Services, we tackle overgrown grass, rough edges, and messy yards so you can focus on the big game. Our expert mowing, trimming, and edging will have your lawn looking championship ready all season long. Don't get sidelined by yard work. Call Captain's Lawn Services today and let us handle the groundwork while you cheer on your team. Captain's Lawn Services. Your lawn, our game. Bottom of the 4th inning, Derek Heidemann, the leadoff man, first to greet Will Wood. Creekside with 3 on the board in the top half of the inning. Will Wood has retired 7 in a row. Gets a strike across the plate. Heidemann struck out his first time up. Curveball, tap foul, 0-2. Bishop Kenny 5-18 on the season. This is their last regular season contest. They'll take on Menendez next week in the first round of districts. They have 7 losses by 2 runs or less this season. Have beat some solid teams. Coming off of a 5-3 loss to Nice, just looking for a little more consistency and a little more production at the plate. And defensive miscues have hurt them as well, such as the top of this 4th inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout for Wood, second strikeout for Heidemann at the plate. Out number 1 in the bottom of the 4th.
Now batting your third baseman, number 18, Cooper Revenall.
This is the 13th all-time meeting between Creekside and Bishop Kenny. The Knights lead the all-time series 8-4. They've won 5 of the last 6 contests between these two. .10 hit him. Revenaugh is the only man to reach base, and he's done it twice for Bishop Kenny. Brings up Pellissier. Grounded into a double play his first time up.
Number 8, Timmy Pellissier.
Will Wood trying to get probably the same result right here as a double play would get him out of the inning. He'd love to see a ground ball towards his shortstop or second baseman. Goes down and in for ball one. Pickoff move and back safely at first is Revenaugh. Second pitch down and away. Creekside enters this contest ranked 19th in the state, 8th in Class 7A. Bishop Kenny 304th in the state, 45th in Class 4A. Pellissier ahead in the count 3-0. And a quick meeting on the mound between Morton, Belizik, and Wood. Here's the pitch. Into the zone. Strike one. Line drive to second. It takes a hop. Dugo flips on to second for one, and they got the double play. Dugo lets it fall, and the Knights turn two to end the inning. We have completed 4 innings of baseball in just over 40 minutes. Keep it up at this pace, I might be able to make it home for dinner. Tavern Blanchett up to the plate, leading off the top of the 5th inning. Knights on top 3-0. Blanchett singled his first time up. There's strike one. Ball and a strike now on the Creekside first baseman. Into the wind and the pitch. Ground ball towards third, goes to the shortstop. The throw across the diamond, not in time. No play for Pasco as it gets to the Kenny dugout. And Blanchett on to second. It'll be a single and an error. Knights with another man in scoring position to lead off the second straight inning. Brings up Joey Dugo. He hit a line drive to left center last time up, but Heidemann was able to run it down and make the catch. He's 0 for 1. Turn a nice double play to end the fourth. Showing bunt. Pops it up towards third base. That's going to drop in foul ground. This is a Creekside team that loves the bunt. They're not afraid to lay one down at any time. We've seen them stray away from it a little bit over the past couple of weeks. They were working pretty extensively on the bunt, however, in practice this week. And that's something you've got to have down come playoff time. You're facing D1 arms, and it's a low-scoring game, struggling to get a run home. You got a runner in scoring position, trying to move him 90 feet. Got to be able to get a bunt down. Dugo trying to do it here. Sends another one foul. And I think it hit him. Might have caught him on the hand. Talking with his coach, Chris King. Are they looking at his helmet? They maybe come back up and get him on the face. That's what happened? Yeah. So it sounds like this one bounced off the bat and ricocheted off Dugo's face, which definitely did not feel good. He's getting checked on right now. He smiles, says he's good to go. He'll step back into the batter's box. 2-strike count. He's set up to swing, and he takes a called strike 3. One away, that brings up Aiden Benechek.
Your shortstop, number 2.
The shortstop made really good contact his first time up. A low line drive that I'd say 8-9 times out of 10 would have been a base hit. But a diving catch was made by Revenaugh, and he was able to double up Blansett, who was on the run from first. Down low for a ball. 2-0. One out and a runner on second, and it's now 3-0 on Aiden Benechek. Over his last 5, Benechek hitting .286. 2 RBIs in his last 5 contests. Takes down low for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk for Benny. Puts runners on first and second with 1 out. Now Zach Jackson will come up to the plate, but not before a visit on the mound. We're going to have a runner for Tavern Blansett. Cade Harpin out on the mound has tied his season high for innings pitched. Had previously gone 4 1/3. That was against Fletcher. Hadn't hit that mark since until now. He's done a nice job of limiting walks so far in this one. That was his first one right there. 2 on, 1 out. Leadoff man Zach Jackson up for Creekside. He reached on an error last time to the plate. Pickoff move to second. That is into center field. Runner will stay put at second base. Two on for Jackson. Sends a line drive the opposite way. That's down and right. They'll hold the runner on third. Base is loaded. And that brings up Hunter Schlegel. Three ducks on the pond. A man at every station. Schlegel singled his last time up. Trying to break this game wide open. Takes upstairs for ball one. Ryan Robinson is the man running for Blansett. He stands on third. Outside, 2-0 on Schlegel. Jackson on first, Benechek on second. Robinson stands on third. One away in the top of the fifth. Ball three, he's got to find the strike zone. Cade Harpin cannot afford a walk right here. There is a man up and throwing for Bishop Kenny. The wind and the pitch. Ball four, he walked him. 4-0 Knights.
Draws the walk, and that plates another run for your Knights.
Base is still loaded with one away.
Batting with one out, the catcher number 3, Connor Balazic.
RBI number 7 on the season for Hunter Schlegel. And out to the mound comes Tommy Edwards. And that's going to do it for the starter, Cade Harpin. Time now for a pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you are ready to make a change for your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com. Tonight's game is brought to you by Happy Pools, Jacksonville's hometown pool service. At Happy Pools, we care enough to know your name when you call, but we're also big enough to handle all your pool care needs. Right now, new customers get their first 3 months of service for just $99 a month when you mention this ad. Text Creekside 25 to 904-980-8512 to see if you qualify and see why more local families trust Happy Pools to keep their pool happy. Bases loaded, one out and one in for the Creekside Knights so far in the top of the fifth. And into the game, Aiden Maris leads Bishop Kenny with 14 appearances on the season. He's gone 27 innings with an ERA at 5.93. He struck out 20 while walking 12. Opponents hitting 255 against Maris. The junior climbs the hill to take on Connor Belazic. 1 run in on the walk. Belazic already with a 2-run single in this game. Takes the ball up and away. Second pitch to Belazic. Big swing at that one. 1-1. Ball and a strike. The pitch about chest high, maybe a little higher. 2-1. Maris trying to find the strike zone, doesn't want to fall behind 3-1, yet he does, going up and away. Hitters count with the bases loaded. Gonna get a pitch to hit right here if Maris can find his spot. Here's the pitch. Popped up on the infield. The shortstop under it, and Pasco makes the catch.
Rule is in effect there as Belazic is retired for the second out of the inning.
2 outs. That brings up Parker Morton. Two outs with the bases juiced.
Now stepping to the plate, your first baseman, number 1.
Big chance here for Creekside to add on to their lead. You let Bishop Kenny hang around for just a little longer if you leave the bases loaded. Morton is 0 for 1. Fly out and a sac bunt. That one is bounced in the dirt, gets away from Pellicer, but not far enough for Benechek to try it from third. Half swing from Morton goes to first base, and unassisted McLaughlin takes it to first and ends the inning. The Knights get one but leave the bases loaded. Their lead is 4-0 after 5 at the plate. Bottom of the 5th coming up on Schlick Sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by Happy Pools, Jacksonville's hometown pool service. At Happy Pools, we care enough to know your name when you call, but we're also big enough to handle all your pool care needs. Right now, new customers get their first 3 months of service for just $99 a month when you mention this ad. Text Creekside25 to 904-980-8512 to see if you qualify and see why more local families trust Happy Pools to keep their pool happy. Will Wood has been on point thus far for the Creekside Knights. 4 innings, no runs. He's allowed just 1 hit, 2 base runners so far, and has faced the minimum. Ulrich up at the plate, takes a ball 1-0. Bottom of the 5th, 4-0 Creekside is our score. Hard ground ball through into left. That'll be a single for Ulrich. Leadoff man aboard here in the 5th inning. Brings up McLaughlin. Takes down. Belizic's throw to first, not in time. McLaughlin popped out his first time up. Strike one across the plate. Ground ball, foul down the third base side. 2-strike count on the first baseman. Wood set, pickoff move, not in time at first base. Just outside on the 2-strike offering. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Chase McLaughlin. Three-two, count is full. Here's the pitch. Ground ball past the diving Morton into left field. A pair of singles for the Crusaders to lead off the 5th. Bottom of the 5th inning, and just like that, tying runs on deck if Caleb Pasco can get on base. Xander Brown and Christian Rodriguez on their way out to the bullpen. Tavern Blanchett, the first baseman, playing in on the infield grass to defend a bunt. Showing bunt and pulling back is Pasco. Ball 1. Pasco pops this one up out of reach of any Creekside fielders. Strike at the knees, 1-2 on Caleb Pasco. We'll see if with 2 strikes, the shortstop still trying to get the bunt down. Not showing bunt right now. He's swinging. And he swings and misses at strike 3. Big out for Will Wood and the Creekside Knights. A double play now gets him out of the inning. Quevedo up to the plate. Popped out to shortstop his first time up. Takes strike 1. The DH comes into this one hitting .375. Just 36 plate appearances for him this year. Got 4 RBIs. Takes the ball 1-1. Trying to come through for the Crusaders. and get them back in this game. Time called at the plate. This is the first time Bishop Kenny's had a runner in scoring position. Curveball, close, but a ball. And the throw to first, not in time. Two balls and a strike. Pickoff move to second. Back in time is Ulrich. Trying to even this count back up, Will Wood. The kick and the pitch, swing and a miss. 2-2. A 2-strike count on Quevedo. Will Wood shaking off a sign. Comes set. And the delivery. Swing and a miss. He got him. After back-to-back singles, it's back-to-back strikeouts for Will Wood. He's 1 out away from escaping the fifth.
With 2 outs, your second baseman, number 23, Brock McLam.
McLam with 2 on and 2 out. First pitch swinging, it's a ground ball to first. Blancett will step on the bag. And a nice job by Will Wood battling through the adversity in the bottom of the fifth. Still 4-0 Creekside.
Get local sports on demand with Action Sports Jacks 24/7. All sports, all local, all the time. From the locker room to the field, the Jacks, high school football, the Jacksonville Armada, and don't forget, the Brett and Austin Show.
They're all in on Trevor. Of course.
Download the Action News Jacks Now app, available wherever you stream or at actionnewsjacks.com. TV, phone, laptop, desktop. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. Jacksonville sports, all the time.
Right fielder, number 13, Drew Williams.
Drew Williams leading things off for Creekside in the 6th inning. He takes a strike, 0-1. The Knights have gotten runs on the board each of the last 2 innings, 3 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. Williams had a sac fly his last time up. He's behind 0-2. Two-strike offering to Williams is chopped down the third base line and into left field. Williams taking the turn. He's trying for 2, and he is in with a stand-up double. Creekside doubles are brought to you by Triple Crown Fence. Call today for a free estimate at 305-331-9377. 2 bases for Williams, leading off the top of the 6th. Michael Bysham, the next man up. Oh for 2 so far in this contest. Swings and fouls one out of play. The 0-1 sent foul again. Aiden Maris in his second inning of work came in relief and got the final 2 outs of the 5th. Curveball is driven to left. That one is back towards the wall. It is caught by Heidemann.
Heidemann catches the long fly ball for out number 1.
Hanging curveball. Bisham ripped it down that left field side. Towering fly ball, just didn't have enough behind it to carry over the fence. They're going to have Jonah Leiby come out and run for Williams.
The pinch runner for the Knights is number 20, Jonah Leiby. How about your first baseman, number 7, Tavern Blansett?
Tavern Blansett is 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. Scored a run in the 5th. Takes up and away. The final line on the Bishop Kenny starter, Cade Harpin, 4 1/3, allowing 5 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned. He struck out 2 while walking 2. Blansett swings and sends one to the backstop. Stepping off is Maris. Runner on second. 1 away in the top of the 6th. Blansett swings and sends one into foul ground. The third baseman coming over and making the catch is Revenall.
Catches the pop-up in foul territory for out number 2.
2 away, and Joey Dugo trying to bring home Leiby, running for Williams after the leadoff double. One 0 is the count. Pitch goes inside, Leiby taken off, and he takes third. Now he's going for the plate. The throw, not in time. Jonah Leiby takes third and decides, hey, I'll take home as well. That ball didn't get away far from Revenall. Leiby had to maneuver around the third baseman and still managed to score. Up and in, 3-0 on Joey Dugo. Now 5-0 Creekside. Dugo takes right down the middle. That's down low for ball 4. Another 2-out runner for Creekside. Brings up Aiden Benechek.
Now stepping to the plate, the shortstop, number 2, Aiden Benechek.
Cackle Reese will come out and run for Dugo. The Knights making sure they get guys reps on the base paths. We've seen Robinson, Leiby, and now Cackle Reese all enter as pinch runners so far. 0-1 on Aiden Benechek. He walked an inning ago. Runner goes, pitch is swung on and missed, throw down to second. Got him, and that ends the inning. Creekside gets one on the good base running from Jonah Leiby. Knights up 5 as we enter the bottom of the 6th. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. It has been quite the start for Will Wood, his first varsity start. 5 shutout innings and now trying to make it 6. Line drive, fair ball down the left field line. Green is taking the turn, trying for 2. The throw from Jackson will not get him, and it's a double for Austin Green. Back to the top of the lineup, and Derek Heidemann.
Now stepping to the plate, your left fielder, number 10, Derek Heidemann.
Heidemann 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts so far. The hook goes into the zone. Strike 1. Second pitch to Heidemann. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Runner on second with nobody out. Will Wood trying to set down Heidemann for the third time tonight. Here's the pitch. Down and away, ball 1. Set is Wood. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's a hat trick for Heidemann. The 5th strikeout for Wood. 1 away in the bottom of the 6th.
Now stepping to the plate, your third baseman, number 18, Cooper Revenall.
Revenall with a runner in scoring position. He has reached base both times, once on a single, once on a hit by pitch. Curveball, beautiful pitch. Doesn't get the call as it goes inside, 1-0. Driven to left center. Bisham ranging back, makes the catch. Runner tags. There's the throw to third. Not going to get him. 2 away, but the runner advancing to third. Brings up Pellissier. 2 away, a runner 90 feet away. The Crusaders trying to break onto the scoreboard.
Number 8, Timmy Pellissier.
Pellissier is 0 for 2, grounding into 2 double plays. Curveball, strike 1. Will Wood is showing a lot of confidence in this curve. He's throwing it a lot, especially here in the 6th inning. Back-to-back curveballs, follows it up with a fastball. Pellissier cannot catch up. 1-2. Two outs in the bottom of the 6th. Wood comes set. And the pitch. Swing. And it's tipped into the glove of Belichick for strike number 3. 6th strikeout of the night, and it's 6th shutout for Will Wood. Knights still on top by a score of 5-0 as we hit the 7th.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
Top of the 7th inning, Knights have gotten at least one across the plate in each of the last 3 innings. Aiden Benechek leading things off, 9-1-2 coming up to face Aiden Maris for Creekside in the 7th. The Knights trying to push another run or two across and add a little more insurance. Line drive, comebacker gets through into center after taking a hit off of Maris. A base hit for Benechek, and looks like Maris is okay. A leadoff single for Creekside. And it brings up Zach Jackson. He singled his last time up.
Zach Jackson.
Reached base 2 of 3 times tonight. Takes down and in for ball 1. Curveball into the strike zone. Obviously a lot of focus on the upcoming playoffs. Got to take care of business this week, but Still a big topic on everyone's minds. If the season were to end today, Creekside would currently be a 4 seed in the region going up against Timber Creek. They'll face Flagler Palm Coast next Tuesday in the district semifinals. And a win in districts in the semifinals and taking their second straight district championship would pretty much guarantee a top 4 seed for sure, and then most likely a 3 seed as well. But now you're just playing for home field advantage as much as you can get it. Another pickoff move to first. That one a little closer, but not in time.
There we go, 4.
2-1 on Jackson. Runner goes. This one is skied to right. Catch is made by Ulrich. And retreating back to first is Benechek.
The fly ball for out number 1.
Hunter Schlegel has reached base his last 2 times up with a single and an RBI walk.
That brings to the plate the DH number 8, Hunter Schlegel.
Pickoff move, and Benechek is back safely. On the inside part of the plate, it's 1-1. One on, one out. Check swing. He did not go. Maris comes set. The pitch goes outside. Three-one offering goes outside. Catches the corner, 3-2. Another pickoff move. Benechek did go earlier this inning, but the fly ball kept him at first base. Time called. Schlegel sends a chopper to third, takes a bounce on the second baseman, McClam, and one is all they'll get.
McClam connect for the second out of the inning.
Schlegel aboard on the fielder's choice. Brings up Connor Belizik. He's 1 for 3 with the 2-run single. 2 outs and a runner on first.
Now batting for the Knights, the catcher number 3, Connor Belizik.
Takes one inside, 1-0. Second pitch of the AB. Into the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Schlegel takes his lead at first. Belizik rips this one to center. Going back on it is Green, and he makes the catch near the wall, and that will end the inning. Knights get a couple base runners. Can't bring anyone home. 5-0 Creekside, looking to close it out when we return. Game day is here. Does your lawn look like a winner or a losing team? At Captain's Lawn Services, we tackle overgrown grass, rough edges, and messy yards so you can focus on the big game. Our expert mowing, trimming, and edging will have your lawn looking championship ready all season long. Don't get sidelined by yard work. Call Captain's Lawn Services today and let us handle the groundwork while you cheer on your team. Captain's Lawn Services. Your lawn, our game. Will Wood trying to go the distance in his first varsity start. The freshman now sitting at 73 pitches after strike one to Colin Ulrich. Tossed a shutout through 6, has worked around some traffic on the bases the past couple innings. Gets a pop up here. Blancett coming in from first base, makes the catch for out number 1. Chase McLaughlin, 1 for 2 with the single.
How about with 1 out? The first baseman, number 2, Chase McLaughlin.
Takes outside for a ball. Second pitch from Wood. Into the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Wood has been efficient in this game. That pitch count looking great. No one in the bullpen. The Knights planning on him finishing this game. Fly ball to left. Zach Jackson makes the catch. And Bishop Kenny down to their last out. And it's Caleb Pasco coming up to the plate.
Now stepping to the plate with 2 outs, your shortstop, number 7, Caleb Pasco.
First pitch, a ball. Pasco in this game 0 for 2. Takes low, 2-0 the count. The kick and the pitch. Upstairs 3-0. Wood has yet to walk a batter in this game, but a 3-0 count not favorable to him right now. Here's the pitch. Into the strike zone. There's strike one. The 3-1 to Pasco. Fly ball center field. Bisham under it, and Will Wood goes the distance. A complete game shutout in his first varsity start. How about that? Will Wood, 7 innings, 4 hits, no runs, no walks, 6 strikeouts. And the Creekside Knights take down Bishop Kenny by a score of 5-0. We'll be back at it tomorrow night as the Knights travel to DeLand for the regular season finale. I will see you then. But until then, I am Noah Schlick, signing off, saying have a good night from Bob West Stadium.